Welcome to the Primo's Musings podcast.
Good evening. This is Sri here, and I'm going to do a quick podcast on an amazing victory by Team India, the men in blue, in the T20 World Cup over South Africa and Barbados today. And in a couple of days, we'll come back and do a much more detailed analysis with Amit, because I think there's so much we needed to cover in terms of how this even happened. Just to recap, India won a thrilling 7-run victory over South Africa. It was elation, it was jubilation, it was everything you could bottle it up. And the drama that went on in the match, right from when it started, when India batted, to when the final ball was bowled. It was thrilling. Both the teams gave their heart out, but India eked out South Africa by 7 runs. And when it all looked curtains down for India, uh, South Africa was chasing pretty good total, 176, but South Africa looked like they were coasting along, just losing 4 wickets with 30 runs left in 30 balls, which in the T20 era, it should be done within, like, at least an over to spare. But give credit to India. I think the last 4 overs that the Indian bowlers bowled was masterclass. Bumrah again proved why he's one of the world's top-notch bowlers. Arshdeep came in and limited um, only 4 runs in the over, and then Hardik came off to finish off. And but the story that everyone's going to be talking about is the amazing catch with 6 balls left, 16 runs. Surya Kumar Yadav came up with almost a stunner of a catch. I would put this catch in one of the top catches ever taken in the World Cup in all 3 formats of the game. And but earlier for the Indian batting side, it was Virat who led the way. There was a lot of focus on Virat. He's only scored 75 runs in this World Cup, but he came up big. I mean, he was like a perfect foil on one end, while the batters kind of battered around him. India was tottering at 34 for 3, but him and Akshar Patel, who got promoted in the order, which I was very surprised with. And Akshar came up with a very useful 47 runs, and then Dubey chipped in with 20 odd runs. And for South Africa, it was Klaasen who was just incredible. Quinton de Kock was great, but I think once he got out, but once Klaasen got out, it seemed like the match was turning on India's way. Klaasen was just incredible, scoring 50 runs in just under 30 balls. But Miller was still there, and then once Miller got out to that amazing stunner of a catch from Surya Kumar Yadav, it was India who was celebrating its first T20 championship since 2007. That was the first time they won it. But then it's also been 13 years since India won the T50 World Cup. So it's been a long time coming for a team that has dominated the world cricket for the past few years. But just incredible moments for both Kohli and Rohit, who have announced their retirement. We will cover a lot more for the whole match because there's so much to talk about. It'll be a very long podcast, I bet, because there are so many twists and turns in this whole match that happen that we just have to get down to what were the things that went in terms of the captain's mindset, in terms of uh, changing the fortunes of the game. So I think it's India, the entire nation is celebrating. Indians all over the world are celebrating. It was a well-deserved win, and I think this could go out as one of the greatest comeback in Indian cricketing history in all formats of the game. So, as I mentioned, this is a short form of the review and recap, but we'll be coming back later, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, hopefully, to wrap up the entire, not only the final, but also the tournament in general. Well, it has been an incredible USA and West Indies played perfect hosts, and it couldn't have culminated in a better game uh, for the final. And this was definitely one of the top matches that you would ever see in any format of the game. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back to welcoming Amit to do a deep dive analysis later. Good night.
Thank you for listening. Primo will be back soon.